Now everything should sound good because I actually turned on the mic, right? Okay, I'm going to turn up the music on my end. So, hopefully everything sounds good. Now everything should sound good because I actually turned on the mic. Alright. So I think we're gonna wait probably just a couple minutes, just for people to come in because I don't want to start, my story or anything like that until we have a few more people in. But I'm really excited about this, this stream, um, and really get it going. So, I'm sorry about everything in the back. Um, my room's a mess. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but that's cool. Whatever. Um, but man, I'm excited, and I've got my mic like right here in front of the chat box. So actually, I'm gonna move it so that I can see everybody's chat because I see I have another one here. I have this like little cheap mic that is just like in the way. Okay. Okay. Um, Twisted, yeah. Nice to finally meet you too. Or meet. I don't know. Um, but yeah, this is my first time doing this like on with my face, and so I was so nervous. But I figured I'd just kind of get it out of the way because I'd really like to start using my webcam when I game anyway. So here we are. Hey Rob, how's everybody doing today? I'm gonna get my little materials together. Um, I'm not gonna, you know, preach to y'all or anything. That's not my intention or anything. But World Suicide Prevention Day has a very special place in my heart. So I figured, you know, I made affiliate on on Twitch last Friday, so I might as well just kind of use that platform to kind of just talk about it. So I want people to know that my channel and any of my social media are all safe places and safe places to talk, and there's not going to be any judgment. Dip my Discord, and there's not going to be any judgment. Nobody's going to put you down for feeling the way that you do, or or whatever. It's a safe place. So knowing that today is World Suicide Prevention Day, I just wanted to kind of put that out there and let everybody know that I am like all about mental health, and I'm all about making people feel like they're loved and that they're welcome in at least my little community. I'm gonna put this on mute. And it's just, mental health is such a difficult topic to talk about, but I do it on a daily basis because it means so much to me. And that's really ultimately why I wanted to make sure that I did something today. And I just felt like Twitch was just perfect. I've got a lot of amazing people that watch my stream every time I stream, so I kind of wanted to just use that, like I said, just use that platform. So oh, thank you, Twisted. Tombstone is great. I know I don't like look the best. I'm just like whatever. It's just how I look. So yeah. Oh, you're at the mall. Okay. Yeah, Bad Bella. You know what? It's it is hard to talk about, and especially suicide itself is really just such like a taboo, or people still think it's like a taboo subject, but it's really not, and we need to talk about it more. And it's just, it is what it is, honestly. And it's hopefully y'all can't hear me. I'm on my little thing. Okay. But that's really why I wanted to talk about it. And I wanted to tell everybody my story, and I've got some like statistics here and resources and all kinds of stuff, because I just want to let everybody know that, or to remind people that suicide prevention is, it's it needs to be brought up more. It needs to be talked about more. So, um, it's sad because you can't get everyone to vent. Yeah, I know, and it's some people are, they just feel like they can't, especially men, and men are raised to be tough and not show emotions, and obviously not men as a whole, but men in general. Um, you know, they're taught, don't cry, you can't cry, there's no crying, um, and that's why men are men die by suicide more than women do. They don't feel like they have any support because they're not supposed to feel their emotions or anything like that. So um, it's really unfair, and to know that they go through that. Obviously, I'm not a man, but you know, for them to go through that um, really just breaks my heart, because I've got nephews that I tell, if you need to cry, you just cry. Um, there's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with venting, and nothing wrong with going to therapy and just admitting that you need some help. That goes for everybody, but um, it's a really difficult subject, and that's why we have this day. It's not just you know a it's not just a problem in the United States. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm having brain farts today, but um, it's worldwide, and it. I don't know. I mean, it just sucks. Like it's tough. Um, hey, Miss Nerdalicious, how you doing today? I'm sorry about last night. I was trying to have a watch party, and I knew that people with only Prime Video could watch it, but I didn't know it was going to give me all kinds of problems. So, but yeah. So, you know, we've got a few people in here, so I guess I can start with my story. And if y'all feel inclined to say anything, just put it in the chat, and we'll definitely talk about it. Um, and I'm not like a professional of any sort, so I mean, I do want y'all to know that. I will have my bachelor's degree in psychology in November, but you know, mental health is so important to me ever since I started on my little mental health journey. So I've become just a very active advocate, and um, you know, wanting to remind people that they're loved and that they're worth taking up space. So, um, hey, Molly Mall, I hope I'm saying that right. This type of happening of Coast Guard mostly crying. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, crying, like, literally releases those endorphins that just makes your body feel just so relieved and not stressed. I mean, crying was invented. I don't, not invented. You know what I mean? I mean, it's included in our bodies for a reason, and you know, it sucks that that so many people, so many I mean, men and women, non-binary, everybody, they're just taught not to cry, and not crying is the unhealthy um, part of that. So I'm glad that crying and venting is what's helping you, because it does help. I mean, and when you go to therapy, that's ultimately what you're doing, is you're venting, and but you have that professional right there, and can tell you how to just have a healthy outlet for it. So, I mean, um, but I'll start with my story. Um, I might end up crying. It's still tough to talk about. So just, kind of bear with me. But so I'm not gonna go too far in the past, but I do feel like I need to start with, when I was about 5 years old. Um, I started kindergarten, and so I was dealing with selective mutism, and I was dealing with pretty severe social anxiety. And selective mutism is just when I mean, it's basically what it is. I mean, you only talk to certain people, and my certain people were my parents and my sisters, and absolutely nobody else. Um, I didn't talk to any aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, um, any friends that I happened to have. Um, I mean, it was so bad that you know I could be talking, like I just remember, like, it happened one time. I was in the kitchen with my mom, and I was just talking to her normal, and somebody, my family, we just kind of just knock a couple times on the door, and then we just walk in because my grandparents lived right next door, so we knew um, really who it was, because we lived in the country. And so they would just knock a couple times and then just walk in, and I would turn and look, and I'd see it was somebody who I didn't talk to, and I would just clam up. And it's not that I didn't want to talk to them. I wanted to talk to them because I wanted to be normal, or what I considered to be normal. And um, and it was difficult. Like in school, when that happened, I was bullied really bad. There was a lot of times that I was blamed for things that another classmate or bully did, and I say he, but I mean, it was a group, but the main one was just unreal. But he would constantly blame me. He would do something stupid, like pour glue on the carpet or something. It was something stupid like that, and he would blame me because he knew I wouldn't say anything to stick up for myself. And some teachers knew better, and but at the beginning of the school year, they didn't know better. So um, it was it was rough, and people, they knew I wouldn't speak up, so they bullied me, and it was um, it was rough. About fourth, I'm gonna say fourth grade. Um, I do too. I dislike them. Not only because I went through it, but also because, like, why are you so horrible? Like, I feel like that's not just a kid thing, because if you act like that, that's kind of a reflection of the parents too. But whatever. I digress. Um, but I think it was about fourth grade is when it actually started getting a little physical. Um, this kid would start, like, pulling on my. We had to wear uniforms back in my day. They still do, but here we have to wear uniforms, and he would pull on my belt loop, and I remember it was fourth or fifth, I don't remember, but he would pull real hard on my belt loop. And one time we were in the lunch line, and he pulled, so hard that I fell backwards, and it was embarrassing, but I think it was more embarrassing because I cried, and I didn't. The teacher asked me what happened, and I didn't want to tell her because I couldn't. It was. I say now it was dumb, but it wasn't really dumb. It was my reality. And um, man, I mean, it went from, because I went to school with him, you know, from kindergarten to 12th grade, and unfortunately, and then he had a last name close to my last name, so it's like we sat together, whatever. Um, but I mean, up until like graduation night, he sat directly behind me. Graduation night, and he was pulling my hair. Graduation night. Like, I can't even enjoy my high school graduation to get away from these idiots, because he would pull my hair. Like, it would just pull, and then I don't know. By that time, though, I was talking, and I told him if he doesn't leave me alone, I'm gonna throw a chair at him. So, I mean, whatever. But it was he would recruit people pretty much, and I was bullied, and in it went up to like ninth grade. I remember I wasn't. I mean, my selective mutism went up to eighth grade. I didn't talk to anybody up until eighth grade, and I had one teacher that just cared so much that she just helped me through it, and then from there it just kind of went from there, and it was amazing. But I still was really shy in ninth grade, especially being at a new high school. Um, and he would stuff things down my shirt. He would pull my hair. He would do those little spit balls and do it in my hair, and I was just, I mean, it was just everything. And I remember the first time I actually had a plan, um, to die, um, was in ninth grade. I didn't do anything. I didn't end up doing anything. I had had the thoughts um, since I was about 5, and I thought it was normal, so I never said anything. And but to have the plans to do something, or the thoughts to have those plans, um, really started happening in ninth grade. So it was it was difficult. I didn't really know what to do, because I didn't really know what was wrong. I thought it was just me, honestly, because even when I was in ninth grade, that was 2005. Um, talking about mental health and talking about depression, just even even 15 years ago, wasn't a thing. I mean, it's recently becoming a thing. So it's I never said anything. I didn't know what to even say anyway. But um, man, I mean, I ended up staying in school, and that was mostly because of music. Um, because I was in band, I was in marching band, and I did have friends in band, but I was still bullied. But it was like, it sounds super cheesy, but like, music is what kept me in school, or else I would have either dropped out or homeschooled. More probably homeschooled. And because I didn't want to drop out. I wasn't trying to drop out, but anyway. Um, and so I went, and after I wasn't allowed to get a job during school, because I didn't have the best grades, and my parents wanted me to have better grades, so they wouldn't let me work. But I had a little job, like at my church, and that's what money I had. And I wasn't really worried about it anyway, because I didn't care about going out. I didn't have really any friends to do that with anyway, so it was like whatever. Um, but after high school, I went and got a job. Um, I stayed at that job for about 3.5 years. Well, more than 3.5 years. Almost 4. And during that whole time at that job, my boss was so just, I had my moments where I would have a panic attack, or I would just not feel like being there, but I knew I had to be, because I had to pay my bills. But she was just she would just keep like nitpicking at me until she got the information that she needed. And she would do that with everybody. And one day I told her, yeah, think I suffer with depression, and I have got, really bad social anxiety, or, anxiety. I didn't even know it was social anxiety. And she, when she found that out, she used it against me. And I remember one day I walked in to the building, and she said, "Ooh, what did she say? It was something along the lines of, ooh, is Allie happy today or sad today?" And I'm like, if you don't get out of here, I will really, like, you don't want to mess with. But I don't know. She would use it against me, and eventually she really just hit my breaking point, and because she would just constantly do it. And my best friend at the time worked with me as well, and she would do it to her too. And when we were together, because we were almost inseparable at that time, they would spread rumors about us, and it was just, it's like these people are like 20 years older than us, but they're spreading rumors, and it's just whatever. But she finally just hit my breaking point, and I just kind of tore into her a little bit. It was, I can't say I tore into her. It was mainly kind of behind her back, but she hurt me. And I had a couple coworkers that even told on me. And then the next day I had to go to work, and the big district manager came in and was like, "Yeah, we got to suspend you. You got to go home." I was like, "What?" And but I never blamed it on my boss. I knew that what I did was bad, and eventually they called me, and I talked to HR and all that, and they fired me. But I think getting fired was like the best thing to happen. So, like, it's whatever. But oh crap! I'm just now seeing your thing. I'm so sorry, Twisted. Biggest step I've made since this journey is having my dog. Is, yeah, for sure. My dog. I don't know. Yeah, no, he's passed out on my bed. I was actually training him to be my service dog, and because you can train them yourself. But I had some help from some trainers to at least do the obedience part, and so I was training him to be my service dog, but he was like too friendly. Like, he wanted to just go up to everybody and say hello. And service dogs can't do that. They have to really focus on their human. And he would do that, but when he saw somebody coming up, he was like, "Hi, I'm Finn. Like, I want to be your best friend." But so I kind of had to stop him from being a service dog. So now he's my therapy dog, and he's amazing at it. Anytime that he senses my anxiety or stress or anything before I even realize that I have it. So he's absolutely amazing, and going to therapy is just a life changer for me. Hello, Acid Lullaby. Welcome. How are you doing today? So after I got fired, I started trying to find different jobs. Couldn't hold them. At one point I worked at a gas station for, I think, maybe 2 days. I worked at I don't even know what you call it. Like, it's taking care of disabled people. I couldn't hold that one. A grocery store. I think I worked there for maybe a week, if that. When I was at that job was when I just had a complete mental breakdown, and I went out to the woods, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, is it's gonna get triggering. I probably should have given y'all a trigger warning before this, so I apologize. Um, but just trigger warning right now. Um, so I went out to the woods and I tried to shoot myself, and I don't know what made me not do it, because I was like, let's just go do this. Like, let's just go do this. Um, but for some reason, I picked up my phone and I put it in my pocket. Um, and for some odd reason, I called my mom to tell her what I was gonna do. And now that I think about it, I'm like, that would have been really cruel. Um, but she ultimately talked me out of it. She sent my dad over to the house where we were, and I don't know. I was able to go through the night. I don't remember sleeping that night, but the next morning, my mom brought me to the emergency room where I was sent to a mental hospital. Stayed there for a week, and then straight from right when I got discharged, I went over to their little outpatient building so that I could do group therapy for 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I was embarrassed, and I was I felt a little humiliated. Um, I felt like I should have just shut up about it, and I should have just done it. Um, but when I got discharged, I was feeling better. But when I was pretty much made to go to outpatient because it was kind of um, my first like episode, whatever you want to call it, and they wanted to really just put me on a track to not let it happen again. I mean, they meant it in the best possible way, but I mean, now it's like sometimes that's a little difficult to do. Sometimes people have to go to a mental hospital more than once, um, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I say that because I've been to another one, and you know, I don't regret going, because that's where I met my best friend. Um, a best friend that is the one that told me that everything was going to be okay. I was scared as crap. I was scared as hell. I was terrified of going home. And I was terrified of having to do this by myself again. And, but I don't know. I mean, it was like that first day. She was like, okay, let me have your phone. I'm going to put my number in your phone. And whenever you feel like that, I want you to just text me. So I was like, all right. And, from there, she just became my best friend. And unfortunately, I only had 4 years with her because she eventually passed away of a lung disease. But man, it was a great 4 years because she taught me to just let things happen. I mean, things are gonna happen, and there's nothing you can do about those things, and you can't worry about those things that happen. Just you just got to keep going. You got to keep going in life. Oh, there's somebody who don't know what's going on. Thank you so much, Toya Danny. Yeah, I mean that's ultimately why I'm. Oh Lord, that's ultimately why I'm. Talking about it. Today's World Suicide Prevention Day. I always tell my story on September 10th of every year and on June 22nd of every year, because June 22nd is the day that like my new life started. That was the day I was put into that mental hospital, and I consider it to be like a new life because I learned so much about myself. I got officially diagnosed with major depression, major depressive disorder, officially diagnosed with social anxiety, which just explained everything that I had went through as a kid. And oh Lord, I'm just knocking everything over, y'all. I'm sorry, because I talk with my hands. I can't help it. But I just dropped like everything. Um, and I was told that I might uh, struggle with OCD, but I wasn't officially diagnosed with that. But I definitely do. I mean, I struggle with it. I still haven't been. I got officially diagnosed with it only last year. Anyway, I digress. So I always tell my story, and but thank you for that. I'm so thank. I try so hard to be strong for other people, but sometimes I forget that I'm not alone either. And but I really it's hard to tell my story, but it is so important too, I think. Um, but I don't know. I stayed in that group therapy from June June to January of the next year, and even then I wasn't ready. But I had I don't know, like I didn't feel like I was getting as much out of it as I was before. But anyway, it there are so many days where I still struggle with depression, even this week. Um, 2000 and I think 16 was a really bad year for me. And at the end of 2016, well, very very beginning of 2017, I think it was like January 4th or something like that, or 2nd, I don't remember. I had to go back into a mental hospital. I stayed there for 6 or 7 days. And then I went to another group therapy. And that one helped me realize that, I made a lot of great friends in there too, but it more so helped me realize that, bullies growing up would tell me I was too stupid or too incompetent to, I guess that's the same thing, but to go to college and to do anything with my life. And for the longest time I believed them. So I didn't go to college after I graduated high school. I mean, one, because of that, but two, because I wouldn't have had any idea of what I needed to go for anyway. So I mean, but this group therapy really helped me realize that I'm not stupid. Like, hey, that's a new development. I'm not stupid. And it helped me realize that I needed to, that, mental health was my passion, and it's what I wanted to do with my life, however that may be. And so I went around, did some Googling, tried to find some schools, more so maybe online, because I still struggle with social anxiety. I didn't really want to go to a class, and at that time I didn't have a vehicle anyway. So I found the perfect one, and I will graduate in November. I started in April of 2017. I'll finish in November of this year, and that's with 0 college credits to my name. That's with social anxiety. That's with depression just hitting me. That's with things going on that would just hit me, and I'm still coming out like dang, life, you hit like a little hoe. I'm trying to like keep it rated PG. I don't whatever. Anyway, uh, hoe's not really PG though, is it? I guess it is. Anyway, and and I'm not saying anything about my sisters. I love my sisters to death, but they don't struggle. I mean, I think one of them does struggle with social anxiety, but it's not nearly as bad as me, because she can actually work. I can't work. Um, but like I'm gonna get my college degree before they are, and like I said, I love my sisters. Like I'm not saying anything bad about them, but college is just not for some people, and it just wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't like that. Um, Twisted. I am so sorry. I need to fix my Streamlabs. I see it though. I see it on my phone. But I'm sorry. Yeah, I need to fix that because I had another friend come in the other night, and she was. Well, I think she said the F word, and Streamlab was like, "Whoa, whoa, you need to chill." And I'm like, "No, Streamlabs, you need to chill." Anyway, sorry. But yeah, I will fix that. I promise, because I don't really care about language in the chat. Um, but yeah, coming out of the thing like a champ, like yeah, like that's how I feel, and that's how um, I don't know, like I'm almost done. I'm 10 weeks away, and I'm on my little break, like in between terms. It's 10-week terms, and I get 1 week in between. So I've just been doing school, nothing but school for the past 3.5 years, and I don't know. I'm on my little 1 week break right now, and then my last term is going to start up next Wednesday. So it's unreal, and it's really weird. Um, you know what? Nightbot is so sassy, so sassy. I'm just like, Nightbot, you need to chill, man. But no, like I really don't mind it. I don't know why. That must have been like a default thing, because I don't mind language on my chat, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, there are times where there were times that I feel like I needed to go through with suicide again, and but I can tell you though, for the past maybe year, um, they still kind of pop up, um, and I'm just like, nope, goodbye. And I can do that. I can do that now, and I feel like even though I still, battle with the depression and the social anxiety, like I think that if I can handle the suicidal thoughts, then I should be okay. Like, and I feel like I've got them under control right now, and I can just make them go away. And I feel like in that sense, I'm kind of thriving on that. But um, I mean, I didn't end up crying, so that's cool. That may be a first. Um, Thank you so much, Twisted. I'm so glad I got to meet you, and even like Tombstone, like everybody's just been so amazing. And I mean, I really feel like I've made some lifelong friends. Honestly, I hope that doesn't sound creepy. It's not. I promise it's not. I'm not trying to be creepy, but um, I mean, just like in the gaming community, it's just been unreal, and I'm so happy to. I'm happy that I finally just took that step forward to start streaming, and I had tried it in the past, but I wasn't consistent. I wasn't motivated by it. I was nervous as hell. I didn't want to talk to people, but just all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? Let's just try this out. And I definitely think that, hosting a podcast has something to do with that. I feel so much more comfortable behind a microphone and talking to people, and so I mean, and then like in like chats and stuff, like school helped me with that. School has become a coping skill for me. I absolutely love writing, so anytime I had a paper to write, I was pumped. Like I was like, all right, yeah, give me a paper to write. A couple weeks ago, I had a 10-page paper to write, and everybody was just stressing out over it. I admit I got a tiny bit stressed out, but I was like, heck yeah, like let's do this. Let's write this 10-page paper. I'm weird like that, but that's my career choice actually is being a mental health writer, and that way I can work from home, but I can still do things like this, and I mean, I know I can't work because of the depression and anxiety, but it's like I still don't consider it to have won. Like it was trying so hard my whole life, and there it goes. That's why I want to let people know that they're not alone. There are so many. I don't like saying that people have more issues or bigger issues, or that, I mean, because people do have bigger issues, but I don't. You know, the size of an issue is so subjective. What could seem so little to somebody else could be so big to me, and vice versa. So I mean, all of these things were major issues for me, and meanwhile, people would be like, why can't you just go to the store alone? Why can't you just go pick something up real quick? And I can't even answer that question for you because it's just social anxiety. I just feel like I can't do it. And I've done it a couple times, and I'm very proud of that, but it was very overwhelming. Um, Thank you, Toya. Thank you so much. Hearts back to you. Hearts back to you, Acid Robot. Hang on, I'm gonna do one in here. There you go. So that I can actually do it. There you go. Because I can't type. I've got too much stuff on my keyboard. And thank you, Rob. Um, it helps that I have such amazing people in my chat too. So I mean, everybody has made me feel really like good, and like I still get nervous, and I think that's really why I haven't used a webcam yet, like with my games and stuff. But I think this was like the first step, and so yeah. Um, Thank you so much, and I want y'all to know that I'm always there for y'all too. I know that we don't know each other, on a personal level, but anywhere. I'm all on social media. My Instagram, my Twitter are right there. So I mean, my DMs are always open. If I can at least be a listening ear for you. I suck at advice, but I'm a really good listener, and I'm always there for anybody else as well. So, but thank you for that so much. But man, Pretzel Rocks is just playing song after song, isn't it? Can y'all even hear the music? I don't I don't know. I have it going, but anyway. So I mean, I'm gonna be oh, it's very faint. You know what? I'd rather it be very faint than too loud. So it's okay. It was just like to kind of clear any like dead air, because I had a feeling there was probably gonna be a little dead air, but I've been doing okay so far, so that's okay. So I am gonna get into World Suicide Prevention Day, if y'all will allow me. So if you've never heard of To Write Love on Her Arms, it's an organization, a mental health organization. Um, and it provides services for people that can't pay, or it helps people find mental health services and all that stuff. I'm not going to get too much into them, but you can definitely go check out their website. They're my favorite organization. They do so much good things, and but they do like a new theme every World Suicide Prevention Day, and this year is worth living for. So I'm actually wearing this shirt. I'm not gonna stand up because I'm wearing shorts, and y'all are gonna get blinded if y'all see my legs because I'm very white. But they gave me like a little book. So I just want to tell y'all how bad the suicide numbers are. Like I said, I'm not going to get too much into it because this is mainly just for me to tell my story. And I did that. And you know, my story is ongoing. All of our stories are ongoing. But it's I can you know, I go to therapy every Friday. I'll tell you the good parts about my story. I'll do that. I go to therapy every Friday. I've got so many good things going for me. My therapist is proud of about to be, you know, me being so close to graduation. She's older, so she doesn't know anything about Twitch. She had never even heard of Twitch until I told her about it. And but I tell her, it's like, I have to chat with people. I have to chat with people and make them want to come back to my channel. You know, y'all know all the things. And she was like, "Oh wow, okay, so this is really good for your social anxiety." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, it's like, even Twitch has become such a major thing for me, such a major milestone, and even coping skill. I look forward to my streams, and I get so frustrated sometimes with Streamlabs. Calling you out, Streamlabs. But I still look forward to streaming, and I feel like, if Streamlabs doesn't work, I can still stream from the console. It shouldn't be about the production so much as just playing a game and loving it, and just loving it with other people. So, therapists are great. You know what? And I'm so glad that you love yours too. I am so thankful for my therapist. They are just lifesavers, and you have to be so strong to be a therapist. Like, it is just wild how strong you have to be. And they are just lifesavers. And it's just, they're incredible. Every single one of them, they're just incredible. And I could go on about that. But so I'm just gonna read this statistic because I want people to know. I'm gonna be putting this whole video on my YouTube and my YouTube channel, not my YouTube. I sound like an old person. On my YouTube channel, so that whoever else can go back and watch it, and all that good stuff. Oh, thank you, Black Ranger. I'm gonna call you Ranger, if that's okay. Thank you so much. You're incredible too. I want y'all to know that too. Y'all are incredible. Like, I'm just gonna get super cheesy. I always do. Mental health is just like so important to me, and reminding people that they're loved and that they're valid, and that their feelings are valid, and that their emotions are valid. All of that is just what I strive to do on a daily basis. And it breaks my heart when I witness somebody just feeling like they're not getting, that they don't feel valid, or they don't get the respect that they deserve. And that's why I really just became an advocate. Like, I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to let people feel the same way that I felt as a kid. My parents did absolutely everything they could for me, but it's like, I grew up in the 90s, so like social anxiety really was not even an official diagnosis, so nobody knew that's what it was. I mean, it's just an ongoing thing, and that's why my advocacy is an ongoing thing. Like, I'm not gonna stop, and I'm gonna keep reminding people that they are incredible. Like, you are incredible, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you're handsome, whatever you want to be called. Like, it's just, I could get into this. I could just go on this big thing, and I'm even thinking about doing that like once a week, and just doing this. And I'm sorry about the word intermission up there. I could not get it off because it's part of the template. Hi, Fan. And see, he felt me get a little worked up. It was worked up in a good way, but he felt that, so now he's over here, and he just sits on my foot so that he puts a little pressure on me, so I kind of come back down. So he's my therapy dog, and he's amazing. Aren't you, Finn? You're amazing. Yeah. But so I just want to read this. 2/3 of people who struggle with depression do not seek help. More than 50% of people who die by suicide suffer from major depression. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among people ages 15 to 29. And it breaks my heart. It really does. And I wish that I could just tell everybody struggling with this stuff that it's not worth it, because one day it's gonna be okay again, or it's gonna be okay to begin with. It's always gonna be okay. And I don't even know. I mean, if you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel now, I promise you're still moving through that tunnel, and it will show up. It's gonna come. And that's why I say, here's a heart for you, Ranger. There you go. If you ever need somebody to talk to, my DMs are open. You do not have to be shy around me. I'll probably be more shy around you. I can tell you right now, I probably will be. But, it's like, we're gonna get through it together. We're all humans. Like, I always look at it like we're all related somehow, we're part of the human race, so why not just help people? But I want to show you this. I've got it's from To Write Love on Her Arms, and they sent me a little poster thing where you write what I'm living for, and I just want to show y'all mine. So it's my family and my friends, my dogs, getting my degree, and this is like the first time I can ever say myself, because I feel like I should mention this. Like, I started college because I felt like I wanted to prove all those bullies wrong, and tell them, yeah, look how stupid you are now. And but now it's like, as I kept going, I just loved it, and I was learning so much, and I just fell in love with psychology and mental health even more than I was before. I didn't even know that was possible. And now it's just like, now I'm doing it for myself. Like, screw the bullies, screw what they said. And it's for me now. It's for me and my future, and that's what it should have always been about. But it's fine. It's fine that it took me a little time to realize that, because I consider it to be like, it got me on the path that I was supposed to be going down. And now I'm doing it for myself, so that's even better. But, it is what it is. But, I actually had a fundraising link, but I'm not even gonna type it, because I'm not in this. I mean, like, I'll do the, you know what? I don't know. See, I don't even have it anymore anyway. It is through To Write Love on Her Arms. It's my personal little fundraiser thing. So, if you want to donate, you totally can. I don't get any of that money. That goes directly to people that need help getting mental health resources, and for those that can't afford it, and just really just getting the help that they need, or that they want, and so totally not obligated to do that, but I do want to put it in there in case you did. So yeah, you know what? That's all I got. I will say I wrote some resources on a little note card, so I'll say those. I'll type them out, I guess. Well, I'll just say them, because when it goes on YouTube, people aren't going to see it. But I'll put them on my Twitter page and on my Facebook page. So, if you're struggling with any suicidal thoughts, or someone is, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. I think everybody probably knows that number by now, but if not, it's 1-800-273-8255. The LGBTQIA plus suicide hotline is 1-866-4U-TREVOR. And then for those of you, I always make sure to include crisis text line, because I've used the crisis text line before, because it helps those with social anxiety, and all you got to do is text, and it's free text. So just text home to 741-741. Unfortunately, I think those are only for United States, so I made sure to look up worldwide things, especially since it's Worldwide Suicide Prevention Day, and it's such a global thing. You can go to suicide.org, and you can look up your country, and then it's got all the resources right there. If you're in the United States, you can click on your specific state as well. So yeah, but that's all I got. I'm just very open with my story. I'm very transparent. I'm an open book. And I've had people tell me, "Oh, you need to stop. You need to stop talking about this so much." And I'm just like, no. The end. Like, nope, not gonna do that. But man, I mean, if y'all have anything else y'all want to add in, go ahead and let us know. And if not, thank you so much for tuning in. I am probably going to be streaming later today. Hopefully Streamlabs will work for me. It's an issue with game audio again. And but whatever. If not, then I'll stream straight from the console. Either way, I'm going to stream later today. Actually, probably in maybe like an hour, just because. And actually, shoot, maybe not an hour. It'll probably be tonight. We'll just say 7:30 Central, because I have to mow the yard. I just remembered that. Yay me! So yeah. Oh, thank you, Molly Mom. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I really, and I mean every word when I say, if y'all ever need somebody to talk to, I'm always just, a DM away, or whatever it may be. However, you can get to me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. You can send me a whisper. Anything like that. So yeah, but thank y'all for tuning in. This topic just means so much to me, and I just want to bring awareness to what a problem suicide is. And so yeah. But I will let y'all continue on with your day. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and for chatting with me, and for listening. Like I said, I tell my story every year, so a lot of people just kind of just don't listen anymore. But I really appreciate y'all listening. So, with that, I will let y'all go. And I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day, night, morning, whatever it may be. And I love y'all. I love y'all. I know we don't know each other, and I know that I've probably never even seen your face before, but I do love you, and you're valid, and your feelings are valid, and you're worthy of taking up space, and you're worth living for. You see what I did there? Because it's worth living for. Anyway, sorry, got a little dorky there. Um, but everything about you is just perfect. You're perfect, and you're beautiful, and you're handsome, and you're just everything that is good in this world. So, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the follow. Acid Lullaby. Um, but yeah, y'all have a great afternoon, and I will talk to y'all tonight. I'm gonna stream, whether it's through Streamlabs or the console. So, yeah, I love y'all. Thank you, Toya. Hopefully, I will. I have to mow, but that's okay. um, but yeah, I love y'all. Y'all have a good one.